Hi everyone, I am Pranav doing my second BA in NVKSD College of Education, Attur from the Department of English. Here I present in front of you a digital lesson plan on the topic tenses. In grammar, tense is the time of a verb's action or it's a state of being. So, tenses denotes the time of a happening or the time of an action. Whatever action happens, the time of the action or when the action happens is known as a tense. For example, Ramu writes a letter. Ramu writes a letter. The action word here is write. Write is the action word. It is the present form of the verb. So from the sentence, Ramu writes a letter, we can understand that the action takes place in the present because write is the present form of the verb. If the sentence, Ram wrote a letter, from the action word wrote, we can understand that the action word wrote is the past form of the verb. So the action happened in the past. Ram will write a letter. This is the third sentence. Ram will write us letter. So from the action word here, will write, here the will denotes the future form. So the sentence is in future. So generally, tenses denotes the time of a happening or an action. There may be any happenings or action when the action happens, at what time the action happens, when the action happens. This form is referred in grammar as tenses. So in grammar, tense is the time of a verb's action or it is a state of being. The time of a happening is mentioned as tenses. From the picture, we could find a boy playing football. He can be assumed as Ramu. So the example given here is Ramu plays football. Ramu plays football. So the verb here used is plays. Plays is a present form of the verb. The past form of the verb play is played and the future form will be will play. Here the sentence or the example given is Ramu plays football. Here the word plays denotes the present form of the action. So this is an example for present tense. Here the action happens in the present. From the next picture, we could find a boy. He is reading some books and the example given here is Ramu read a book yesterday. From the example itself, we could gather the idea that the word yesterday is given. So the action is not happening in the present. The word yesterday denotes the action that took place in the past. So this is a past happening and moreover we could find the action verb. Read is the present form of the verb and read is the past form of the verb. The future form will be will read, will be the future form. Here in the example, Ramu read a book yesterday. From the example, the action word is read. It is a past form of the verb. So we could analyze that this is an example for past tense. In the third picture, we could find a boy in a uniform and we could find a school bus too. So the example given is Ramu will go to school tomorrow. So the word tomorrow denotes that it is not a present action, it is not a past action. Tomorrow, so the next day is going to happen. And moreover, from the action verb will go, will or shall, as we know, denotes the future form. So here in the example it is given Ramu will go to school tomorrow. So here this will go denotes the future form, that is Ramu has not gone yet to school. He is to go to school the next day. He will go to school the next day. Today he has not gone to the school. He will go to school tomorrow. So this tomorrow and denotes the future form. So this will be an example for future tense. And next is the types of tenses. From the example itself, we could have got an idea about the types of tenses. So there are three types of tenses. They are, the first is the present tense, the second is the past tense, and the third is the future tense. Present tense, past tense, and future tense. So the pictorial representation itself gives an idea about the tenses to us. The blue color indicates the present tense. So it may symbolize that whatever is to happen today in the present, and we must put our effort to make our present like a bluish ocean. The blue color symbolizes an endless ocean. The life is like a large ocean, and whatever we must do must be done today itself to cross the ocean. It can be represented as the present tense. And the past tense indicates the color red. Red is a happening that cannot be retained in our life. Red is an emotion of death or something. It cannot be regained in our life. Similarly, the past tense denotes the happening that took place already. It cannot, or we cannot bring back anything in our life. And the future tense denotes the yellow color. The yellow color represents the symbol of hope and success. The negative color red is a wrong happening or the thing which cannot be regained, but the yellow color denotes a positive sign. It is a sign of success. So the future tense denotes something that is yet to happen, and we can try our level best to make our future the great. So the three types of tenses are present tense, past tense, and future tense. Present tense denotes the actions that happens in the present. Past tense denotes the action that happened in the past, and future tense denotes the action that is going to happen in future. The action has not yet happened. Next is the description about present tense. Present tense denotes the action taking place in the present. As we all know, any actions that take place in the present is known as present tense. For example, Kamala sings a song. So the action word sings represents, it is a present form of the verb. The past form of the verb sing will be sang. The future form will be will sing. But the example is Kamala sings a song. So the verb itself denotes that it is a present form of the verb. It is an example for present tense. Pranav dances in the stage. Pranav dances in the stage. Here the verb is dances. The past form of the verb dance will be danced. But here the present form is dances. So from the verb dances itself, it is clear that it is an example for present tense. Similarly, Raghav sleeps early. Raghav sleeps early. The present form of the verb is sleep. The past form of the verb will be slept. Here the verb is Raghav sleeps early. So from the verb sleeps itself, it is clear that it is a present action. So these are the examples for present tense. So present tense denotes the actions taking place in the present. Here are some examples given. Raj eats bread and butter before going to school. Raj eats bread and butter. Eat is the present form of the verb. The past form will be ate. Here the present form is given. Raj eats bread. So the verb eats denotes the present form. So it is an example for present tense. The next is Emma watches cartoon every day. Emma watches cartoon. Here the verb action word is watches. The past form of the word will be watched, but here the verb is watches. Watches is the present form, so this is also an example for present tense. The third is Izzy drinks milk every night before going to bed. Izzy drinks milk. Drinks is the present form, drank is the past form. Here drinks, the present form is mentioned, so this is an example for present tense. Next, Johnny goes to gym daily. Johnny goes to gym. Goes is the present form. This is an example for present tense. We go to school daily. We go to school. Go is the present form and gone is the past form. Go here, the verb is go, so it is an example for present tense. So a present tense denotes an action happening in the present, and these are some of the examples for present tense. And there are similar types of present tense. Present tense is broadly classified into 4 types, and the types of present tense includes simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. As the types of tenses, present tense is also classified into 4 types. They are simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Now we shall elaborately discuss this in detail. First one is simple present tense. We use the simple present tense when an action is happening right now. If an action happens right now, right in front of us, or right now, it is denoted as simple present tense. An action that takes place right now is known as simple present tense. Example, Kamala drinks water. So she drinks water now. The action is taking place right now. So this is an example for simple present tense. Kumar walks on the road. Kumar walks on the road. Here walks, he is walking right now. So this is an example for simple present tense. So simple present tense denotes the actions that takes place or happens right now. There is a rule for simple present tense. The rule is subject plus present form of the verb plus object. That is subject plus present form of the verb. Rahul sings a song. Here Rahul is the subject, sings is the present form of the verb, a song is the object. So simple present tense denotes the action that happens right now. Subject plus present form of the verb. This is the rule for simple present tense. These are some of the examples given. She gets up early in the morning. Maria goes to library every week. The teacher teaches in the classroom. Do you work hard on exams? He goes to school regularly. Martin always wears nice clothes. Do you speak English well? My mom goes to the market every day. The flight arrives at 2 o'clock. So these are the simple present form of tense, present tense. Gets, goes, teaches, goes, work, wears, speak, goes, arrives. These actions denotes the actions in the present. So this is a present form of the present tense. This is an examples for simple present tense. Next is present continuous tense. Present continuous verb tense indicates that an action or condition is happening now frequently and may continue in the future. So the present continuous tense denotes an action that is continuing and it has not yet ended. Leela is drinking water. So she has started drinking water for some time. She has not yet finished the action. The action is still continuing. Prabhu is riding a bicycle. So Prabhu has started the cycle ride before some time. He has not yet finished. He is still continuing his riding. So these are the examples for present continuous tense. Present continuous tense denotes an action that started before some time, but it has not yet ended. It is still continuing. So this is an example for present continuous tense. It's an action that is continuing for some time and it may continue in the future too. The action has not yet stopped. So this is present continuous tense. And the rule for present continuous tense is subject plus am or is or are plus verb plus ing. Subject plus am or is or are plus present form of the verb plus ing. So the ing denotes the continuous action. Now let's check the examples for present continuous tense. The examples given are: she is cooking in the kitchen. Here she is the subject, is the be verb used, cook is the verb and the continuous form of the verb is cooking. She is cooking in the kitchen. So this is an example for present continuous tense. The rule for present continuous tense is subject plus am or is or are plus verb plus ing. Here the subject is she is the subject. So the be verb used is the be verb. Cook is the verb. The ing form of the verb is cooking. She is cooking in the kitchen. So if an ing form is present in a tense, in a sentence, we could find the tense as the continuous form. So she is cooking in the kitchen. This is an example for the continuous form of the present tense. They are staying in London for a few days. They is the subject. So the be verb used is are. Stay is the verb. The ing form of the verb stay is staying. They are staying in London for a few days. So this is an example for present continuous tense. The third sentence is I am going hiking tomorrow. So I is the subject. So the be verb used is am. Go is the verb. The ing form of the verb is going. I am going hiking tomorrow. So this is an example for present continuous tense. The third type of present tense is present perfect tense. The present perfect is a grammatical combination of the present tense and perfect aspect that is used to express a past event that has present consequences. So, the present perfect tense denotes an action that has taken place in the past, but the action has not yet ended. The action has some present consequences. That means the action has some present touch. So the present perfect tense is a combination of present tense and perfect aspect that is used to express a past event that has present consequences. Let us check the rule for present perfect tense. The rule for present perfect tense is subject plus has or have plus past participle of the verb. Subject plus has or have plus past participle of the verb. For he, she and it we use has, and for I, we, you, they we use have. So the rule for present perfect tense is subject plus has or have plus past participle of the verb. Now let's check the examples. We have played football on the ground. We is the subject, so the have form of the verb we use is have. Play is the verb. The present form of the verb is play. The past participle form of the verb is played. Play is the present form. The past participle form of the verb play is played. Similarly, sing will be the present form. The past participle will be sang. Write will be the present form. The past participle form will be written. Similarly, the next sentence is he has written a letter to his friend. He is the subject, so the have form of the verb we use is has. Write is the present form. The past participle form is written. They have worked in the field. She has sung a song in the classroom. Sing is the present form. The past participle form is sung. I have planted some plants in my garden. I is the subject, so have is the have form of the verb. Plant is the verb and the past participle form is planted. I have woken early in the morning. Harry has brushed his teeth. My mom has cooked food. My mom has cooked food. Cook is the verb. The past participle form is cooked. Next and the final part of the type of present tense is present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous talks about repeated activities which started at a particular time in the past and are still continuing up until now. So, present perfect tense or the present perfect tense denotes an action that took place in the past, but it has some similar connections in the present. The next form, present perfect continuous, denotes an action that already took place in the past, but it is not yet over. It is still going on. It is still moving or it is still continuing. It has some approaches in the future too. We couldn't predict any end to it. So this is present perfect continuous tense. So we shall have a recap of it. So simple present tense denotes an action that takes place right now. Continuous tense denotes an action that is continuing, and the perfect tense denotes an action that took place in the past, but it has some consequences or connection in the present. And present perfect continuous denotes an action that already started in the past, but it is still continuing. It has not yet ended. We couldn't predict any end to it. So this is present perfect continuous tense. The rule for present perfect continuous is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb plus ing. Subject plus has or have plus been plus verb plus ing. So here for he, she, we use have. For I, we, you, they, we use have. We add an additional word been, B-E-E-N, been. The continuous form, as I said earlier, will have the ing. So here for present perfect continuous tense, we use the perfect form has or have plus the continuous form ing. Now let's check the examples. You have been telling a lie. You have been telling a lie. You is the subject. The have form we used is have, And next we use the word been. Tell is the verb. The ing form of the word tell is telling. So, you have been telling a lie is an example for present perfect continuous tense. He has been going to the morning walk. She has been watching a movie since morning. John has been studying for 4 hours. They have been playing football. When you have been cooking food, he has been treating his wife like a princess. She has been preparing for the exam for 3 months. I have been trying to learn English language. N has losing weight since his accident. We have been believing this. So this have been plus this ing form denotes present perfect continuous tense. Here are some exercises given. So the first one is they dash play football. The verb or the action word here is play. So for simple present tense, the answer will be they play football. They play football will be the example for simple present tense. Next, for present continuous tense, the example will be they are playing football. They are playing football will be the example for continuous tense. They have played football. They have played football will be an example for perfect tense. They have been playing football. They have been playing football will be an example for perfect continuous tense. The next example is he dash sing. He sings. He sings is an example for present simple present tense. He is singing is the example for present continuous tense. He has sung is an example for perfect tense. He has been singing is an example for perfect continuous tense. The third is she dash read a book. She reads a book. She reads a book is an example for simple present tense. She is reading a book is an example for continuous tense. She has read a book is an example for perfect tense. She has been reading a book is an example for perfect continuous tense. The fourth example is Tom jumps. Tom jumps. Tom jumps is an example for simple present tense. Tom is jumping is an example for continuous tense. Tom has jumped. Tom has jumped. The participle form of jump is jumped. Tom has jumped is an example for perfect tense. Tom has been jumping is an example for perfect continuous tense. Fifth example is my mom dash a cake for me. The bracketed verb is make. My mom makes a cake for me. This is a simple present tense. My mom is making a cake is a continuous form. My mom has made is the perfect form. My mom has been making is an example for perfect continuous tense. Martin dash play the guitar. Martin plays the guitar is an example for simple present tense. Martin is playing the guitar is an example for continuous tense. Martin has played the guitar is an example for perfect tense. Martin has been playing is an example for perfect continuous tense. The chef dash cook. The chef cooks. The chef cooks is an example for simple present tense. The chef is cooking is an example for continuous tense. The chef has cooked is an example for perfect tense. The chef has been cooking is an example for present perfect continuous tense. The next eighth example is they dash ride a bike in the garden. They rides a bike in the garden is an example for simple present tense. They are riding a bike in the garden is an example for continuous tense. They have ridden. Ride is the present form, rode is the past form, the past participle is ridden. So, they have ridden a bike in the garden is an example for perfect tense. They have been riding a bike in the garden is an example for perfect continuous tense. The ninth example is the bird dash fly. The bird flies. The bird flies is an example for simple present tense. The bird is flying is an example for continuous tense. The bird has flown. Fly, flew, flown. The past participle form is flown. So the bird has flown is an example for perfect tense. The bird has been flying is an example for perfect continuous tense. The 10th example is we dash make a snowman. We make a snowman is an example for simple present tense. We are making a snowman is an example for continuous tense. We have made. We have made a snowman is an example for perfect tense. We have been making a snowman is an example for present continuous tense. So the four types of present tense are simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. In simple present tense, we use subject plus present form of the verb. In present continuous tense, we use ing form. In present perfect tense, we use has or have plus past participle. And in present perfect continuous tense, we use has or have plus been plus verb plus ing. Thank you.